Hey everybody, welcome back to Just This Sip, Tongasmic wine exploration and adventure with me, your hostess Norma Normington. And yes, this show is about wine exploration and adventure, so get strapped in people because I am taking you with me on a trip to France. Actually, I already took that trip. I'm in Alaska right now. But last summer, I took a trip to Europe and had opportunities to talk to winemakers throughout Europe. And today's show is just going to be about a winery I went to in France, and didn't really plan on it. Was hoping I'd get an interview, but the fun part was I got a twofer because at this family winery, they also produce cognac. Matter of fact, they have been producing cognac for the last 5 generations. But this is the first generation where 2 sisters have taken over the family business. I thought that was kind of cool. So, what follows is that, and you know what, in the middle of the month, I am going to have a cognac special. I don't usually talk about spirits on the show, but hey, it was a twofer, so why not? Enjoy, and let me know how you like it. Please, also like and subscribe, it really does help me. Cheers, or how they say in France. Everybody, welcome back to Just the Sip. Oh, bienvenue à France, we are in French. We're in France today, and I'm trying to speak French. This is Just the Sip, Tongasmic wine exploration and adventure with me, Norma Normington. And I have 2 very special guests today. I've got Anne-Laure and Blandine. And they're sisters, and we are at their winery, Conte. Yes. And we are going to talk about some French wines in France. Stick with us. Hey, welcome back. This is Norma Normington, and I'm in France. Holy moly. And my 2 special guests here today are sisters, and they're 5th generation winemakers. And how often do you get to see 2 wonderful female sisters at that, making wine? So I want to know your stories. You guys, growing up in a 5th generation, I'm sure there were expectations that you were going to join the family business at some point, but you had a decision to make. You had choices, but you both chose to continue with the family business and both of you become winemakers yourself. So what was your motivation? Why did you decide to stay in the family business?
Yes, we are the 5th generation and 1st generation of girls. We looked after the vineyards since now 12 years old. And for us, it was very important to look after the vineyards and to produce vine, to produce cognac, Pinot de Charonne. And vine, to make wine, it is a pleasure. It's like a cooking. And it is 1 time per year to take a grape. It is a result of the work of the year. And wine is a life for us, and it is important to have on the table, to drink with meat, to drink with a fish.
It's more part of your culture to have it as part of a meal.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. It is important. Yes, it is important to have wine during the meal.
So, Blandine, you knew since you were very young you wanted to do this.
Yeah.
It was not just in your blood, but in your heart, also. And Anne-Laure, sort of the same thing?
No. For me, I thought it was two countryside here, so I preferred to study outside of here. But then when our parents explained us that they wanted to retire, I really thought it was not a good idea to stay in city, and I thought it was a very better things to
come back home.
To come back.
Yeah.
No? Yeah, it's right.
No, that makes sense, totally.
But I was sure I wanted to come back. If I had
it was your choice.
Yes, if I had stayed, I would regret it today.
Right.
But for sure, I was ready to come back.
And how old were you when you decided to come back?
30.
30. Okay. Well, yeah, that's tough, having moved away.
Yeah.
And then saying, okay, it's time to go
step
back.
in life.
Yeah. Has it been an easy transition coming back home and back to the countryside from the city?
Maybe the first winter was a little bit cold.
Yeah.
But we had our goal to bottle the production, whereas our parents did not bottle the production. Everything was sold to big brands, so it was a goal.
Wow.
We were focused on that to get through on something, which is okay today.
Yeah, I love how you rebranded. Well, first you started bottling, so I love your label that you took the name Conte and added daughters onto it, right? Because I think that really encapsulates what you have as a business model here, and that's fantastic. So thanks for sharing those stories. So what have you, since you started the production and selling, do you sell mostly locally? How do you distribute? Who are your customers for? I know primarily you do cognac, and we'll get into that a little bit. And the show's about wine, which if you don't know, cognac is made from wine. We'll get into that in the next episode. But this is part 1. Part 2 will be cognac, so stick with us. How did you decide, where you were going to go? First of all, bottling is a huge decision as a business model. And I'm sure the money and the resources to go into that. So was that your decision, the two of you, as business partners? Is it 50-50?
Yes.
And you both sat down and said, I think this is the direction we want to go for our business.
Yes.
It was very clear to you.
Yes.
This
was clear for us.
Yeah. Right. Was it a financial burden to start bottling and doing your own selling? So what happened for everyone out there is we came here to do a tasting, and these lovely ladies have agreed to do on-the-spot interviews. So bear with us as they're processing some of the questions in English that I'm asking them, and they're translating wonderfully in French to answer in English. So, so was it a financial hardship for you to make that? Well, you made the decision, but then to go and actually bottle. Was it difficult?
To bottle, yes, it was difficult because nothing had been bottled before here.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to find the mind we wanted to bring in our production, what kind of production we wanted to show to people. So we prefer to show something quite natural.
Mm-hmm.
It's our way to work anyway. But it seems simple, but where to buy some bottles,
right?
Which kind of bottles,
right?
And then when the first pallet have been done, where are we going to sell them?
What year did you start bottling?
Where?
What year?
2012.
Oh, 2012.
2012.
Wow, for a while now.
Yes.
Great.
So at the beginning, people came a little bit here. We made some little markets, and now we are mostly distributed in France by distributors.
Great.
And at the estate here, lots.
Yeah. Right. So
on website too.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, a lot on the website.
There is a website which is called Cognac Expert, and you can buy our cognac from Cognac Expert on our website.
Yes.
Conte Fil, and there is a plug.
You distribute
to buy cognac, and you can receive in United States.
Oh yeah, you said in the cognac, you now can distribute worldwide off the internet.
Yes.
How about the wine? Just France for now? Can I buy? So when I go back to the United States, can I buy your wine?
Wine? It's a very, very small production. Yes, we can send in United States, but we sell all the production locally to restaurant and
in local shops.
It's only something like for this one 4,000 bottles a year.
Oh, very small production.
Very small
yes,
production.
Right. Do you grow all your grapes here?
Yes.
They're all estate grapes.
Yes. It is a label we call in France, which is called
Mise en bataille?
No, Vigneron Indépendant, Independent Wine Growers. It means everything which is sold here comes from our soil.
How many acres do you have?
We today have something like 30 hectares.
Oh, great. And the varietals you have, obviously, so we're sharing this nice bottle of Merlot 2022. It's fabulous. I like to say Tongasmic. So delicious. What other varietals do you have then on your estate?
We have Merlot,
Mhm.
and we have Blandine of Syrah, which is a very interesting grape too. But today it is a Merlot we are trying. We like Merlot because Merlot is something very round, very easy, soft, smooth.
Yeah, fruity.
Yes, fruity. We prefer Merlot than Cabernet, but it's kind of mood. It's
Personal preference.
It's personal.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not against people who prefer Cabernet.
No, no.
of course.
Yeah.
But we prefer Merlot because it's something more round. Yes,
Mhm.
it's
I think when I think about Merlot, and I'm a little bit older than you ladies, when I grew up it was very popular, and then it became unpopular. Now I think it's building back up in popularity, at least in the United States. That's how I feel about it. But this is a beautiful Merlot. So yeah, so you see all the other wines behind you. What's your rosé made from?
Merlot.
Merlot also.
Yes.
How long do you macerate for with the
For the
skins?
rosé? No more than 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yes, it gives some color, but not more.
Wow, that seems really quick.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because when the sun is here for the summer, it could be too dark and it could extract too tannin. And I'm not looking for too much tannin in the rosé.
Yes. Yes, we wanted something fresh,
Mm-hmm.
light,
Mm-hmm.
and the red is different. Something more fruity, more deep.
Yeah. So you guys are in for a real treat because the next wine we're going to try is called Pinot. And, everyone's talking about Pinot. Because I'm in a certain region of France called Charente, right? And this is a specialty of the area. You won't find this anywhere else, right?
Not a lot, yes.
Not a lot.
A little bit in the United States, yeah.
I've never seen it.
No,
I've
but
never
it's
even
very,
heard
very
of it.
tiny market, yeah.
Right, and let's see that bottle, Blandine. So the Pinot is spelled differently than almost everybody in the United States or around the world has seen. It's not Pinot. It's Pineau. Pinot. Pronounced the same.
Yes.
Right? But it is, I think it's like a dessert wine.
Yes.
Yeah.
But let's just transfer over here, right? Let's do it the right way. This is all very spontaneous, and these wonderful ladies are helping me out here. Oh, all right. I love the glasses. So when I tried this, I get such an amazing smell. Like it's going to be so sweet. It's going to be very douce, right? But when it hits my tongue, it's not.
Yes.
Right? And it's very surprising.
A bit acid, yes.
Yeah, it's not as sweet. It's got a little sweetness to it, but it's not. And so my understanding on this is that it's mostly used for cocktails. It's a mixing. Is that it?
Yes, it's a very good base for mixing.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Chin chin.
Chin, chin, chin.
Love it. Yeah.
But can you smell?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely sweet.
Sweet on the nose?
Yes.
Oh, completely.
But
Honey?
Yes, honey.
Oh. Yeah,
Apple, pear.
Here,
I mean, this just reminds me of a wonderful dessert, right? But when it hits your tongue, it's just like it's light.
A little bit acid, so it wakes you up.
Yeah.
It keeps you interested in the product. It does not make you sleep.
Right. Yeah, it's not heavy at all.
No.
Yeah, and people also use this. I found out last night that people marinate their cantaloupe, their melon, with this.
Yes.
And it brings out the flavor of the melon. It's delicious with a little bit of ham.
Yes.
Right? Oh my gosh, delicious. Pinot has been around for a long time. Tell me how Pinot is made.
Pinot is made from grape juice.
Okay.
Just a press. Grape juice, beautiful, taking the sun of the summer. 2/3 of grape juice and 1/3 of cognac, what was distilled last year.
Oh.
We blend together and after we stock in barrels. minimum
2 years.
2 years. And after we obtain the Pinot de Chalon.
And the more it's stored in the oak, the more the flavor are changing in something less on fresh fruits, but more on dry fruits, and it brings more complexity. It's not anymore for cocktails. It's
Right. It's more by itself. Like,
Yes.
would you say an aperitif?
aperitif to enjoy by yourself on your couch.
Yeah.
Every time is a good time for
Do you-
Pinot.
Do you think it should be chilled or room temperature?
Yes, chilled is good.
Chilled's better.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
chill it a little
yeah.
bit, right? Like a sweeter wine would usually be
Yes.
better chilled, right?
Or you can add some ice inside.
Oh,
Yes.
really? I tell my mom not to do that. My mom puts ice in all of her stuff.
Yes. Okay.
I'm like,
Yes,
"Mom,
it's
don't
good
do
with
that."
ice too.
You do? Yeah.
Yes.
Good. There you go, Mom. So I know I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I'm curious, when you have people that are new to wine tasting and new to like cognac, what advice do you give them about like just appreciating the wine and just wine education? Is there any advice that you
The
give?
first thing is to take time,
Mm.
because
Yeah.
it needs time to smell.
Yeah.
Because there are so many things to smell before to drink.
Right.
Maybe the easiest drinks to begin with would maybe something like this, which is easy, sweet, a little bit acid, maybe like a soda, something everybody is used to drink.
Yeah.
So it's maybe more easy to begin with something like this.
More open for the palate.
Yes. And then go to, I think maybe the red is the final try, because it is the most difficult maybe.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know. And that there are so many schools about wine tasting, but the best is ourselves.
Yeah.
And we ever had some trying some foods, trying so many things in our lives, so everybody is able to smell things, to smell other things. So
Yes, because it is evolutive. Yeah. And in your mouth, you have your first mouth,
Right.
and your second mouth.
Mm-hmm.
yes, the retroreflection after is very interesting to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's when people take a little sip, swallow it in the mouth, and then expire from the nose. It helps them to understand some more flavor.
Right.
And it's something important. Yes.
Okay. This might be a tough question, but in your personal experiences, what has been your biggest challenge that you had to overcome in the wine industry or cognac industry? Was there any resistance to female winemakers, for example, or taking over from your? I know that in the wine industry, there's a lot of relationships built over time between families. Was it a smooth transition? I mean, what was a big challenge for you that you felt that you had and then you overcame? If you want to share that, it's a tough question.
Yeah.
Personal too.
A big challenge for us, for me, it is to bottling our product and to find customer.
Because it was so new.
Yes,
Yes.
Something totally different.
But although Blandine, you did not always work on the estate too, like me,
Oh, right.
and it was a challenge because
It was the first challenge. Yeah.
yes, because we were sisters from all the time.
Yeah.
So we were always very confident, of course, but we lived in two different places, and everybody, in fact, came back in the family. It's how to say that? It's everybody loves everybody, but everybody needs to find its new place
Right.
in this new relationship, because it's not
It's not how it was when you grew up.
Yes, we came back.
Right.
We
Now
came
as
back
adults,
we
you're
came
back.
back, yes, for a goal, but next 2 months. So you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
It was
Family dynamics are different.
Yes,
Very
yes.
different,
Then,
especially as adults.
yes. It was the first goal, and then bottle production.
Yeah.
But we were very helped by our family because we have our parents, our uncle, who are very present for us, and very helpful.
Yeah. How do you find the balance of, we like to say, work-life, so taking care of the business, but also taking care of your family? There's a lot of time that you have to dedicate to running a business, even though it's 50-50. I love how you take turns making the cognac, by the way. But how do you find that challenge of still keeping enough time for your family, but also dedicating to the business?
Happily, we are two.
Yeah,
It
right.
helps.
Yes, yes, because we are two,
Share the burden.
It helps.
Yes.
And we try to respect when I try to respect when Anne-Laure is not here. She's on holiday. I try to respect her proper time with her family, because I think it is important for the rest of the year and for I think it is important.
It's good that you can work that out,
But I know me, when I am on holiday, I like to ring my sister to say how it's happened and
How's it going?
Yes, how it's going.
Yeah. What's new and a challenge? Yeah.
And my husband's like, oh, but we are on holiday, don't you? Yes, but
I need to know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And because we are more strong together,
right?
And we have the usually to work together now, and sometime before to take a decision, we need to speak together and to find a good balance about the decision.
Yeah, that's good. Do you find that more and more tourists are coming to the area and to the tasting room? I love that your brochure was in French and English.
Yeah.
And you'll see part 2. Blandine gave a fantastic presentation about cognac in English, tout en anglais, and it was tout à fait fabulous. I mean, wonderful. So, are you finding more and more visitors coming to your tasting room?
Yes, more and more. Yes, more and more. And people go of very long distance. Today you are here, America.
This is an exception.
Yes, no,
yes, but everybody's an exception, and there are so many exceptions.
Yesterday it was Finland.
And Canada yesterday.
And Canada.
Wow.
And Australia this afternoon.
Yes.
For the moment, it depends the moment of the year.
Sure.
Beginning of July, it is quite a lot of people come from abroad. And in few weeks, it will be French people. French are not here, not yet.
Okay.
But next week, French will be on a real holiday.
Oh, yeah. After 14 juillet.
14 juillet, la
Right.
fête nationale.
Right. So like the 4th of July for Americans.
Yeah.
So that's when really your holidays start for the summer.
Yes.
Got you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, but we have more and more people from abroad who come. Yes.
Yeah.
And at the beginning, it was for the first summer when people began to arrive. It was a problem because you understand. Before us, it was a vineyard, but nothing was bottled.
Right.
So our parents were
it was
not
just production.
Yeah.
Right.
Our parents were not used to welcome people.
Right.
They have not been used for all their career, and we decided to bottle. But we decided to take our holiday at the same time.
Oh no!
And our father, he has his tomatoes. He was tying the tomatoes. He said, "I could not go correctly on my tomatoes. There were always people. You have to take your holiday now.
Coordinate.
So now we do not take our holidays on the same time because it's always full.
Yes.
But it's mistakes from the beginning. Now, something we go through.
You keep learning as you go. So your tasting room isn't open all the time, though. People need to make an appointment, correct?
It's better.
Yeah.
It's better.
Okay.
Yes, it's better because we can take time and we can organize and yeah.
So either telephone or email.
Yes.
Or SMS.
Or SMS or
Yeah, Instagram. Whatever.
yes, or Instagram. Yeah.
It's
Conte
better for.
Cognac.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Conte Cognac. Yeah, on Instagram or Facebook or.
So, just one more question, because I don't want to take up too much time. I really appreciate you speaking with me, and especially spontaneously, Anne-Laure. How much of your business would you say is cognac? So here's 100%, and like here's cognac, here's cognac.
It's something like maybe half.
Half. Okay.
Half, yes.
All right.
Maybe half. Yeah. Yes. When people come here, they want to find wine growers sour.
Yeah. Tradition.
Right.
Yeah, tradition. Family. Independent.
Yes.
And near to the
soil.
sorry.
The soil.
Yeah, near
Yes.
to the soil. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we try to welcome them as best as possible. And because what we have in mind is when you are going to come back home, you will bring back your bottle, and we wish you had the same experience you can find at home than you found here. Here. Right. So it's really what we want to show to people.
Yes,
For people to bring
and
some.
to see the tradition.
Yeah.
Because here it is the only place in the world where we can produce cognac. And we can produce Pinot de Chardon because we need cognac to make Pinot.
Right.
And we want to show what is the tradition, what is the story of the cognac during year after year, generation after generation.
Yeah, and one more piece. Blandine already told us 97% of your cognac gets sold to the big cognac houses. So here's only 3%, but it's an amazing 3% because I got to taste all of them. So thank you. I don't know, any last thoughts? I don't want to take up too much of your time. I really appreciate speaking with both of you today. I'm thrilled to have two sisters having two sisters myself. I don't know if we would have worked so well, but we would if it was a family business, I think. But yeah. But thank you so much.
You're welcome. Nice
really
to meet
appreciate it. Likewise, enchanté.
Thank you, Norma,
you.
for being here
Yes,
for so long.
Yeah.
and have a very good time in France, in Europe.
Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you.
it's beautiful. Enjoy all this time.
I will.
Yeah.
Everybody, this is Norma. I've got Anne-Laure and I've got Blandine. Chin Chin from France. A bientôt. See you next month.
Yeah.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.